Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? It's your boy AC, and welcome back to the special live stream edition of LA Sports Live. I apologize for being, 7 minutes late. You guys see the thumbnail, you see the title. First of all, what's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Hope everybody's cool. Hope everybody is dodging that bullet out there that's going around. Just, just be cool, be safe, and all that good stuff. Anyway, you guys see that thumbnail? You see that title? Should the LA Lakers keep Avery Bradley? Should they go ahead and fully guarantee his contract? Now, I made the mistake yesterday. I said Avery Bradley and Austin Reeves, but actually Austin Reeves, even though his contract is partially guaranteed, he actually has a 2-year deal. So I'm fairly certain that they will not move Austin Reeves. So basically, that leaves Avery Bradley as the only LA Laker on the 15-man roster who does not have a fully guaranteed contract. We talked about yesterday about the open roster spot that the Lakers have, and they went ahead and made that official today, and they signed Stanley Johnson to a 10-day contract. After today's 10-day contract, he's eligible for one more. Like I said yesterday, he's eligible for one more 10-day contract after that. And then if they decide to keep him, the Lakers will have to sign him for the remainder of the season. Um, um, yeah. So the Lakers, they have a little bit of time. The Lakers have a little bit of flexibility as far as that roster spot is concerned. But we know the Lakers are on the hunt. You know, we know the Lakers are on the hunt for to improve this roster, either via trades or later on the buyout market or whatever. So, and we know we have some dead weight. We know we have some dead weight. What's up to the chat? Salute, Kareem, angry Lakers fan. What's up, guys? Hey, we know we have some dead weight on this Lakers roster, and we've all heard the rumors. The Lakers are openly looking to move DJ. The Lakers are openly looking to move Kent Bazemore. So, um, if that doesn't pan out, you know what I'm saying? One thing nobody's really talking about, and you guys saw what happened with the Rondo deal. The Lakers, the Lakers were very lucky to make that deal, to make that trade. The Lakers were very lucky to make that deal, make that trade, because otherwise Rondo would still be here. Because I'm gonna tell you this, um, they were able to unload Rondo because Cleveland had a need. It just so happened, a few days before that trade went down, that the Cavaliers' backup point guard, Ricky Rubio, went down, right? So the Cavaliers actually needed a point guard. And so the Lakers, it was just kind of like perfect timing. The Lakers kind of lucked up, and they were able to make that trade. Now, I don't think they will find such an easy deal to dump DJ and Kent Bazemore. I mean, things happen. Things can happen pretty fast in a matter of hours, minutes, seconds, or whatever. And so, there might all of a sudden become a market for DJ or Kent Bazemore, but I don't think so. That's one good thing for DJ. He is a 7-footer, so I mean, everybody, people are always going to need a 7-footer. But the bottom line is that Rondo trade, man, that was just like that. Really was a luck and a blessing in disguise. Cleveland had a need, and the Lakers also had a need to, cut some people from the roster. So anyway, I don't think they'll be able to just dump Kent Bazemore and DJ as easy as some people think. So let's say they can't. By the end of this day, they don't have any firm talks or anything about being able to move Bazemore or DJ. Now, and here comes in the situation with Avery Bradley. Avery Bradley, the Lakers have on till tomorrow January 7th to make a decision if they're going to fully guarantee uh, Avery Bradley's contract. So, I mean, you're starting to see it around the league. Teams are starting to cut players. Teams are starting to move on from players for, the exact same reason why the Lakers are doing it. They're looking for uh, flexibility. They're looking for flexibility on their roster. So, um, here's the thing with the Lakers and Avery Bradley. Now, what I'm saying is this. Now, I'm not going to say I'm not happy with Avery Bradley's performance with the Lakers. Certainly, I know head coach Frank Vogel. He's definitely an Avery Bradley fan amongst other players on this team. I know AD is definitely an Avery Bradley fan. We've heard him talk about Avery in interviews and how the Lakers were, how AD wanted him back. AD did not want him to lose him last season, but Bradley went to the Miami, for more money. It was actually a minimum deal, but you in Miami, you're gonna pay no state income tax, so that's why he went to Miami. But anyway, so AB Avery Bradley, he does have his fans, he does have his followers on the Lakers team, and he's got guys, who are going to openly campaign to keep him. Can somebody tell me when the NBA teams clear waivers? What do you mean? I don't know. Are you talking about specific players or what? Anyway, so the thing about Avery Bradley, the Lakers have till tomorrow, January 7th, to make a decision about Avery Bradley. Are they going to keep him or let him go to open up an open roster spot? And it would not hit him against the cap because Avery Bradley's contract is not fully guaranteed. So, how do I feel about it? I don't know. The Lakers know better than me. What other things they got going on, what other players they're trying to make moves for, what other players they have their eyes on. So, but me personally, I like Avery Bradley. Right? Goddamn, he's a starter. So you just teams don't usually just throw away players for starters. But with this situation with the Lakers, everybody's out of protocol. Everybody's out of COVID protocol, and I'm perfectly aware that they could go back into protocol. But I mean, as of right now, everybody's out of protocol, and now things are starting to turn into a numbers game. The Lakers, they they expect Kendrick Nunn to be back pretty soon. If a player clears waivers, that means he's able to be acquired by other teams. I don't know, Brian Cruz, are you speaking about a player, any player in particular? Anyway, so like I said, it's a numbers game with the Lakers. The Lakers got Kendrick Nunn coming back. You got AD will be coming back hopefully within the next 2 to 3 weeks. AD is scheduled to be reevaluated next week because next week will make 4 weeks. It doesn't mean he's coming back, but remember they said he will be evaluated in 4 weeks, and next week will make 4 weeks. But anyway, so you got more players coming into the fold, and now the Lakers are going to find themselves in a situation they had hoped to find themselves in the beginning of the season, trying to sort through 12, 14 players. Who they're going to play. So, like I said, Kendrick Nunn should be back shortly within the next 2 weeks, and Vogel is talking about that Kendrick Nunn is going to play major minutes. So if Vogel now he just said that about 2 or 3 times. So if Vogel keeps saying that Kendrick Nunn is going to be a major part of what we're doing, whose minutes is he going to take? So that's why it kind of popped in my head. Look, AB, he may be expendable. He may be expendable because going into the season, the Lakers acquired Kendrick Nunn with their mini mid-level exception. And, he was really expected to be a really big part of what the Lakers were trying to do this season. He was expected to be the backup point guard. And here we are halfway through the season. He hasn't even gotten on the floor yet. But what we're talking about is he may return pretty soon. And Vogel keeps talking about, hey, this dude's gonna be doing this and he's gonna be doing that. So if Vogel, you gotta be kidding me, bro. If Vogel keeps talking about Nunn is going to play major minutes, that's just my question. Whose minutes is he going to take? Is he going to take Hillbilly Kobe's? God damn, I said I was going to stop calling that. Is he going to take Austin Reeves' minutes? Is he going to take Avery Bradley's minutes? Is he all going to take? Is he going to take THT's minutes? They got to play THT because THT's been rumored in every trade package that the Lakers have talked about. So they gotta kind of showcase him a little bit. So who else minutes can he take? Can he take Russ's minutes? No. The Lakers already don't play Bazemore, who's a guard, and they already don't play Ellington, who's a guard. So I'm just saying, whose minutes is Nunn gonna take? So hold a second, guys. Sorry about that, man. I got somebody doing some work at my mom's house. I had to holler at him real quick. Look, so it's like, man, whose minutes is he going to take? You guys let me know in the chat. I mean, that's the situation we're up against. And I mean, and I know other injuries could pop up at a moment's notice. Um, Players could go on the protocols or whatever. I don't know. So I'm just trying to figure out whose minutes are they going to take, man. So the Lakers, obviously, um, they will want to keep, Kendrick Nunn because they want to know what we have in him. As of right now, obviously they want to keep THT. You know, we can't get rid of Russ right now. Who else? We got Austin Reeves. He's making the least amount on the team. He's a diamond in the rough. They don't want to just get rid of him. They got to keep him to build for the future. So it's like that's why. That's why my conclusion kind of came down to now. I think it's unlikely, but I just want to tell you guys, don't be surprised, man. Don't be surprised that if the Lakers make a surprise decision and decide to cut Avery Bradley loose tomorrow. Now, you asked a question about DeMarcus Cousins. Yeah, DeMarcus, he's essentially a free agent right now. So I don't know if he's cleared waivers, but if he does, I he'll basically be anybody. He could sign with anybody. Now, people keep saying that the Lakers are interested in him. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case at all because I don't think that's the case, man. Because yeah, Boogie, he's played well for the Milwaukee Bucks, but offensively. But Boogie's defense is not, his defense right now is not what you want. And if the Lakers bring any more players into the fold, um, they're going to want them to be a solid defensive player, especially if it's a big. That's the reason why they want to get rid of DJ because he's trash. He's trash, period. But he's definitely super trash defensively. So they're not going to bring another guy. I don't see them bringing in another big like Boogie just because he can shoot a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He can, we all know he can put up buckets here and there. And I know he has a past with Anthony Davis, but I don't think they're going to bring another big who's poor defensively. If they bring in another big, they need somebody who is a good defensive player who can kind of help down low with AD, in the situations where they do actually, play big. So, and then, like on top of that, with the Lakers having the tendency to play smaller now, it's just they're only going to bring in a big who fits perfectly into what they're doing. And me personally, I don't think um, Boogie fits into that. You look at his defensive rating, Boogie's defensive rating is just as bad as DJ's. Believe it or not, I looked it up. His defensive rating is just as bad as DJ. So I don't see the Lakers bringing in a player like DeMarcus. Uh, but I just don't see it. Now there are plenty of other teams, is what I'm hearing. There's plenty of other teams who are interested in Boogie, but I don't think it'll be a Laker. I think the Lakers, if they can, this is not counting the buyout market, but I think the Lakers, if they can successfully move DJ and or Bazemore or both of them, I think they already have in mind who what players they want to bring in. Even though a lot of people were unimpressed by Darren Collison's time with the Lakers, man, for whatever reason, bro, they just keep that dude around. I don't know because he's always at the Lakers facility training and working out, and they finally did bring him in, for a 10-day hardship contract. I don't know, but I keep hearing this dude is around the Lakers organization. He's in the he's just I don't know. He's just around. So I really do believe if they happen to free up another roster spot or two, and then if they happen to move, a certain point guard or certain point guards, that Darren Collison is somebody who they like and they respect and will bring off the street, and they who they feel they could bring right in will fit in with the Lakers. You can't really hold against Darren Collison what happened with him in his 10 days, because you're talking about a guy who's been away from the game for 2 years, and he would need ample time to get his feet wet. So 10 days, man, that wasn't really enough time to get an accurate judgment of Darren Collison. So, anyways, like I said, guys, I was just bringing this story because I think it will be a big surprise, and I think a lot of Laker fans will really flip out if they wake up tomorrow, later on today or tomorrow, and hear that Avery Bradley has parted ways with the Lakers. But I'm just saying I think it may be on the horizon. It's a possibility. So if it happens, you guys, don't have a heart attack, because you heard it from me first that it is definitely a possibility, because of the simple fact that his contract is not fully guaranteed. And like I said, we already know, everybody's talking about it, that they're trying like hell. Excuse me, they're trying like hell to free up some roster spots to make other moves. So anyway, guys, I want to bring that story to you guys, man. Thanks for coming through. Let's see who we got in the chat. Lakers Talk with Kareem. What's up, my brother? I appreciate it. Angry Lakers fan jumped in there for a minute. Who else? Brian Cruz. Hope you subscribed. The other guys, man, I can't pronounce your name, but thanks for coming through. I appreciate it. Tomorrow, yeah, we'll do another live stream tomorrow midday. And probably by that time we'll get some more concrete information about the Avery Bradley. Anyway, like I always do, this is your boy, AC, LA Sports Live. I will wrap with y'all later.